Hey YouTube, how's it going? And that is right, Clan has ventured onto YouTube. So can I firstly say it's a brand new experience for me. It's something that I've been looking at doing for quite a while now, but I've not had the confidence to give it a go. So here we are, we're going to try it out. Hopefully week by week we can improve, we can get better at all this. Like I say, it's brand new for me, so please bear with me. I'll introduce myself. Most of you guys, I assume, will probably know me from Twitch. I've been streaming on there now for about 2 years, 3 or 4 times a week. The streams are generally at night time because obviously work issues. I don't finish work until 10 PM at night, so generally my live streams are around 11 PM at night. Football Manager experience. I've been playing FM now for years. I've played every single Football Manager game. I've played every single Champ Manager game. I even go as far back as playing on the Amiga and the Ultimate Soccer Manager. That's really where it all started. I don't class myself as a great Football Manager player. I'm not. There's experts in the game. I'm certainly not an expert. I just love the game itself. I love the fact that every save is completely different. So what is going to happen on the YouTube channel then, guys? Well, basically, we've got plans for a few things on here. We will have a Let's Play series on there. Hopefully we can get that up and running as soon as FM17 drops, which should be soon. And we're going to have a few Wonder Kid guides as well. Hopefully help new people into the game, people that have never played FM before. Give our reviews of top players on the game. We're also going to have hints and tips videos again for the new people that have not really played FM much in the past, or they've just got into the scene. So yeah, that's hopefully what we're going to be lining up on the channel. So anyway, that's enough about me. Let's get on with the actual video. So this video is all about the top 5 teams to manage in England. So let's do it. So in my top 5 for saves to do on FM17 is Sheffield Wednesday. And yes, most people that know who I am know I am a Sheffield Wednesday supporter. So potentially I could be a little bit biased on this one, but we'll let that one slide. So Sheffield Wednesday, what have you got to work with? Facilities. Let's have an overview of the squad and have a look at the club in general. So you've got a couple of £1 million to spend there. 2 million is not the greatest amount in the Championship, but with Wednesday you've got an absolutely massive squad. So you can sell a couple of players, bring a couple of million in, and you've already got a good side anyway to work with. So I don't really think you need to add that much to the squad for it to become a promotion candidate. So let's have a look. The media prediction on FM16 is for you to finish 5th. I should imagine on 17 it will be fairly similar to that. You will at least be looking to get into the playoffs on FM17 with Wednesday. Facilities wise, not the greatest. I mean, we've got a huge ground. There is no need to expand the ground in the Championship. Just shy of 40,000. So that'll do until you're a Premier League club and you can start building the club up. As for the facilities, the training and the youth are very average. The junior is average as well, and the youth recruitment is fairly poor. It's not the greatest. All 4 areas can be worked on and improved. Let's go into the actual squad and see what we've got. So I'll pick out a couple of key players for you now, guys. Fernando Forestieri, in my opinion, he is one of the better players in the Championship. He's a superb player. As you can see, he can play in a number of positions and a number of roles as well. He will be a key player for you in FM17 if you pick up Sheffield Wednesday. Marco Matias, a player that has not really hit it off in real life with Sheffield Wednesday, but if you look at his stats, again, just for FM, he's a very, very talented player. Last season, I think he scored about 17 goals from 33 appearances, and that is from the wing as well. He's not a striker, so he's got an eye for goal. He's a very talented player. Alman Abdi, a player that we picked up from Watford that has got experience of a promotion on his CV. A very, very good player. Mentally, very good. Technically, he's a good player as well. He's an all-round player, can play in the middle of midfield. He will hopefully provide your team with assists. So yeah, a very good player for your squad. Also moving, let's have a look at Emmanuelson. A lot of people will remember this guy from the older Football Manager days. A very experienced player. He was a fan favourite back in the day. He played for a lot of big teams, you know, over 100 games for Ajax. He's played for AC Milan, Fulham. He's played for Roma. So yeah, he's an experienced player that's travelled around the world, should we say. We'll have a quick look at Kieran Westwood. In my opinion, he's one of the better players in the Championship. Certainly one of the best goalkeepers in the Championship. 30 years old, another experienced player. Good player to have in your team. And finally, central defence. Tom Lees, again, a very, very good centre half. Easily good enough for the Championship. I think if you can get promoted with Wednesday, I think he will do a job for you in the Premier League. You know, as you start to progress your club, he might not be good enough to then be in your side, but I think he's capable of holding his own, shall we say. So yeah, that is Sheffield Wednesday, guys. That is my first team to manage in FM17, and let's move on to the next one. Also, that makes up my top 5 list of saves to do on FM17 is Portsmouth. It's a save that I've never done myself before, but I'm personally interested in doing a Portsmouth save. A team that was, you know, recent history has been in the Premier League, but unfortunately has dropped down the leagues and now finds itself in League 2. So, as a League 2 team, you know, the pressure is on straight away. As you can see, the media prediction on FM16 is for you to finish second. I'd expect that to be exactly the same in FM17. Promotion has to be the aim for Portsmouth this season. They've been hanging in the League 2 now for, you know, too many years. They need to try and get out of that league as soon as possible. The potential of Portsmouth as well, you know, if you can get into League 1, then there's no reason why you can't fly through the leagues and hopefully make Portsmouth a Premier League club again. As for the facilities, you know, you've got a 20,000 seat stadium, which is easily big enough for the lower leagues, and obviously, hopefully, you can improve the capacity and the ground structure in a couple of seasons as you progress through the leagues. The training facilities, impressive training facilities, so you know that's nothing to worry about. Average youth facilities, average junior coaching, and average youth recruitment. As for the history of the club, you know, as you can see, you've got a rich history there, especially for a League 2 side. You know, you should have the ability to attract good players at your club. As for your players, you know, you've got a good side. Gary Roberts is a player that always stands out for me in League 2. Will get you a lot of assists. You know, he's a cultured player, very good player. Will get you goals, will get you assists. Probably one of the best players in League 2, in my opinion. You know, he's not getting any younger. That's the only concern. He's 31 years old, but he's an absolutely superb player. Who else have we got? We've got Jose Baxter, who used to be at Sheffield United a few seasons ago. I think he come through the Everton ranks, if I remember rightly. A player that could have achieved much more in football, but due to off-the-field incidents, you know, he's not managed to hit his potential. But in League 2, you know, if you can get the best out of this player, he should be a very, very important player to your side. So that is Portsmouth, guys. A save for Football Manager 17, which has got endless possibilities. You know, you can get League 2, then into League 1, hopefully get into the Championship, then, you know, you'll have plenty of money to spend, then getting into the Premier League is the aim. So this club won't take too much introduction. Liverpool FC is another club that makes up my top 5 teams to manage in FM17. They've done some good business for this season. Players that they've brought in, for example, Mane, absolutely superb player. I love the old school traditional wingers, pace and power, get to the byline, get crosses into the box. They're my kind of players. As you can see, his physicals are absolutely unbelievable. Crossing can be worked on a little bit. Dribbling's very good. His flair's good. So a player that will get you a lot of assists for Liverpool if you choose to manage them on FM17. Wijnaldum, a player that they brought in from Newcastle, can play in many positions for Liverpool. Can play on the left, can play in the centre, can play on the right, but it's not his preferred position. But he's a very solid player, which, you know, it's good to have players like that on Football Manager in case you get injuries. Can fill in many positions. Coutinho, absolute brilliant player. Probably one of Liverpool's most key players. Again, he will get you plenty of goals if played in the correct system. Again, he can play in a few roles as well. Physicals, not too bad. Mentals are very good though. An absolutely quality technical ability. As for Liverpool itself, you know, huge club. The media prediction on FM16 is to finish 5th. I think on FM17 at a guess, I think you could probably be going for top 4 with Liverpool if you manage to take those, take the plunge with Liverpool. You know, you will get money to spend with Liverpool. I should imagine you'll get a few quid to spend. Facilities of the club, absolutely, you know, training is superb. The youth facilities, great. Established youth recruitment and a very good good junior coaching, so it's a very good club to manage. The potential at Liverpool is absolutely huge. You know, the history, we don't really need to go into that too much because it's there to see. 18 Premier League titles, 5 Champions Leagues. Obviously they've not won a Premier League title for quite a long time now, so the job, if you take FM17, is trying to turn Liverpool into a powerhouse. So that is Liverpool, guys, on FM17. So Accrington Stanley also is part of my top 5 saves to do on FM17. A club which it's a very hard save to do. It's not a save again that I've ever done personally before, but it's one hell of a challenge. With Accrington Stanley, you're not going to get any money to spend. They're only a small club which survives by bringing in, you know, cheap players or free transfers, bringing them through the system, then selling them on from a profit, then, you know, continuing that process year on year. You've not really got many assets, although you've got a couple of players that you might recognise in Chris Eagles, who plays on the left hand side. He should be easily capable of performing in League Two. He's been around the block, shall we say, played for many clubs in his career. He's not managed to settle down at a club, so hopefully Chris Eagles will be a very good player for you should you manage to manage Accrington in FM17. Billy Key will probably be a main source of goals on Football Manager, ex-Burton Albion striker. You know, he's been around the lower leagues for a few seasons. He knows where the back of the net is. Will probably be one of your best players for Accrington Stanley. As for the club itself, you've got the smallest ground in the whole entire Football League. Your crowds are not going to be very big. You probably will average between 1 and 1,500, so you know, you're not going to get those big gates, so you're not going to be able to pay the big wages for the big players. So that is why Accrington Stanley is a very challenging save. Media prediction, as you can see, is 19th, so you're not expected to do things straight away. It's a long-term save, which it's an interesting one. As for the facilities of Accrington Stanley, as you can see, the training is below average, as is the youth facilities. Adequate junior coaching and the youth recruitment is average as well, so they're things that once you get into the higher leagues you can then look at improving those facilities, and as you can see the capacity there is only just over 5,000, so you're not going to be getting those big gates. So that is Accrington Stanley, ladies and gentlemen, in FM17. So finally, guys, the last team that I recommend giving a try on FM17 is Wolverhampton Wanderers. And why have I chose these guys? Basically, you know, they're a good, solid championship side. Probably before the takeover, that would be expected to finish around 8th or 9th, in my opinion. But with the recent takeover at Wolves, the potential now at this club is absolutely massive. For those that don't know, they recently got taken over by one of the richest consortiums in the world. They are now absolutely loaded. One of the signings they just recently made, even Cavallero, he's probably the best player in the championship. I mean, look at those stats. Absolutely unbelievable player. £11 million he's worth. In the championship, he should absolutely tear it up. As for Wolves itself, you know, it's a good club. Facilities wise, you've got a 31,000 seater stadium, so there's no need yet to improve that capacity. Up until you get into the Premier League, it's an opportunity then to build the ground. As for the facilities go, the training is superb, the youth facilities are superb, junior coaching is average, and the youth recruitment is above average. So there's a few things to work on there, but Wolverhampton will be a very interesting save on FM17. Obviously, we don't know what the starting budgets of the club will be. On FM16 you had a couple of £1 million to spend on the update, but I should imagine on FM17 you're going to get one hell of a transfer kitty to play with. So guys, that makes up my top 5 list of teams to manage in England on Football Manager 17. I really hope you've enjoyed the video, guys. Like I say, it's my first ever attempt at YouTube. It's something I've never done before. Hopefully, as the weeks go by, we can improve. We can get more confident doing YouTube, and yeah, we can give it a real good go. So can I just say a massive thank you to everyone that's watched the video. If you did enjoy the video, please drop a like on it. Obviously subscribe to the channel if you do enjoy, and please give me some feedback in the comments as well, guys. You know, constructive or negative, it's fine. Anything that you say, we can take it on board and we'll take it from there. So thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.